No, fans, it's games like this that used to get me over-medicated.
You're listening to Sports Zone.
Just a bit outside.
Where real guys talk sports.
Hope you guys like that one.
Woo!
Top 10 Tuesday.
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 Top 10 Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing today is our Top 10 Tuesday. And the list that was picked is top 10 home run hitters, NFL style. AKA, who can you
bring it
give
to the house?
rock to that can just go? Like, any given time they get the ball, there is a thought that they could just disappear. So a lot of these guys are going to be fantasy studs that we're looking at. I didn't go any quarterbacks, but quarterbacks are more than valid of options.
I didn't do quarterbacks either.
Yeah, top 10 home run hitters, Jackie, but football style.
Pretty much, if they have the football in their hand, can they make it to the end zone?
Yes. Like, do you believe with one shot? No, Victor Cruz is not number one. Stop it. He
All
is
right.
definitely an option in this list, though. That is for sure.
Faux show.
Oh, show. Did you just hear puberty hit me just real quick? Did you hear the little voice crack?
You sound like a 10-year-old boy.
Ah, that's terrible.
It's true.
I know.
All right.
Terrible. Anyway. So, top 10 home run hitters, NFL style. The way we've done this for a while now, ladies and gentlemen, is Joey goes at 10-9-8, then I go at 10-9-8, and then we go back and forth with our 3-3-3-3-3, and sooner or later we end at number one.
All right, like Sarah Mother Effin Levy just said, ready, set, go.
Oh, see, she should have did like ready, enter, set, enter, go, whatever.
All right, you know what she
gets?
gets then? The boo. The
Time
boo
for
bell.
Top 10 Tuesday.
Get your Top 10 Tuesday here. All right. So, here's my 10 through 8. Don't know if everybody in the chat room can see it. But at number 10, I have Jordy Nelson. At number 10. It seems as though he averaged almost 19 yards per catch last season. He had 68 catches, and I believe he had about 12, 13 touchdowns. So, he's one of Aaron Rodgers' favorite people. Target, I think he averaged like 19 yards a catch as well. So, boom, anyone pretty much on the Green Bay Packers is a threat.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. At number 9, I've got Maurice Jones-Drew, the little bowling ball, bro, because he leads every single year. He's Jacksonville's offense. That's it. There's nobody else but him. So anytime he has the rock, in my opinion, there's a chance for him to break through the line and be out. Except when the game matters, he likes to go and take a knee at the 1.
And screw fantasy
owners so badly.
Hey, you know what, though? I'll give him credit. He apologized. He knew he screwed fantasy owners, and he didn't do it on purpose. So I'll give him that much. You know, he did apologize to people. You know, he's like, I'm sorry I screwed you up. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that much. You know, I mean, a lot of these guys would have just been like, get over it. He actually felt bad.
And at number 8, I've got Adrian Peterson. He's a manimal. Anytime he's got the rock, he has the ability to break any tackle and be out. He has the ability, he's got the strength and the rushing speed to break any type of tackles or just be out at any given point. So I got him at number 8. Dave, you're up.
I am up, and I just finished putting mine together. How sad is that? I just listed like 13, 15 guys, ladies and gentlemen, and I had no idea who I wanted to go with. So I made my decisions, and my marker's dying, so I'm going to write it down anyway, but I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read it. But at number 10, I'm actually going with Mr. Ray Rice. I did my list. A lot of my list is based on speed more than anything else. But I went with Ray Rice because I feel like anytime the man touches the ball in the backfield, especially as a fantasy owner, sit there and say, you guys aren't going to be able to read this. Sit there and say to yourself, well, Ray Rice can score a touchdown right here. Ray Rice can score a touchdown right here. We've all seen him get stuck in the little pile, and then all of a sudden he just disappears, and he's completely out of there. So I got with Ray Rice at number 10. I went with I got 4 wide receivers. My first wide receiver on my list is Larry Fitzgerald. I feel like Larry Fitz can catch a 5-yard slant and break a tackle and be gone. Between his strength and his height and his speed, I feel like he's one of the most dynamic players in the league. And as a home run hitter, quote unquote, I think he has some of the best. Look at the playoff run the Cardinals made and all the records he set. I mean, he actually beat Jerry Rice records in the playoffs, which I didn't think anybody would ever break any Jerry Rice record, but he did. So Larry Fitz is number 9. And then a man out of Minnesota, Mr. Percy Harvin, is actually number 8 for me.
Percy.
You see him in the slot, you see him in kick returns, you see him in punt returns, you see him in the backfield. To me, Percy Harvin is another one of those guys that anytime you see him touch the ball, you feel like he could score a touchdown. He's actually a guy you consider as somebody that you might draft just because you hope you could play. He can return a touchdown for you. Like you might pick the Vikings D just between him and Jared Allen just because of the return. I don't know. But I think Percy Harvin's a guy that really could just go anytime he touches the ball. So, yeah, that would be my 10-9-8. Ray Rice, Larry Fitz, Percy Harvin.
I think we're gonna have completely different lists here. Completely different.
That's awesome.
All right. So that was Dave and mine's 10-9-8. So now we got 7 through 5 at my number 7. I have Patrick Peterson. Even though he was just a rookie last year, he had about, 5 touchdowns, punt return?
4 return touchdowns from punts, and then he had another kick return.
And then he had a kick return.
And the 1 return touchdown was to win a game as time expired.
Correct.
One of the sickest things I ever saw. He caught it on the 1.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, I'm gone. Peace.
I'm gone. But Patrick Peterson is my 7. He's eventually going to get the Devin Hester treatment. Eventually, maybe another year or 2 of doing that, he will definitely get Devin Hester treatment. At number 6, I got Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz, obviously, last year showed everybody why the Giants really don't care if Mario Manningham went to free agency. Victor Cruz was a monster last year. And especially week 14, 15 against the Jets, week 15. When he brought a 99-yard touchdown pass to the house.
Yeah, and then the week after he had a 90-yarder against
Yeah,
Dallas.
bro. Victor Cruz just has a habit of making big plays and just going to the house with it. So he's definitely my number 6. And number 5, I got Arian Foster. Arian Foster is a manimal, dude. Manimal. Yeah, Matt Schaub hits him on a little screen pass. Boom! He could be out for a 70-yard touchdown. He can easily run for a 70-yard touchdown. This kid is just a freak, in my opinion.
Even with his funky bad stuff or whatever, funky white bad stuff that he had in his knee for the first 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what he called it, but even with that, my man still ends up with over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns, and I think he missed like the first 2 weeks of the season. He's just a freak of nature. He really is. I like Arian Foster. I really do. So you just did your...
I did 7 through 5.
So my number 7 is Mr. CJ, a.k.a. Chris Johnson.
I didn't even think about CJ.
I know he had...
Didn't even think about him.
Yeah. I know he had a rough year. Well, he had a bad year last year.
Can you also tell that I did this at like 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
I didn't even remember CJ.
And I don't have Cruz on my list. I threw some names on yesterday, and, we made the most out of it. It's fun doing these. Me and Joey talk about it all the time. We do these top 10 lists, and I can guarantee you if we did the same list 2 weeks from now, we would have a completely different list than what we have now. And it's just how it works. There's nothing you can do about it. Your opinion's going to change based on what you're looking at. But I got Chris Johnson at number 7. Then I have Sir Arian Foster at number 6. Joey pretty much summed up everything he can do. And then I put Mr. AP at 5. I know the knee injury's got a lot of people worried, but to me, Adrian Peterson is just one of those guys where he's a freak of nature. He can do whatever he wants. They said that he is one of the, he's rehabbing from his torn ACL faster than they've ever seen somebody do. Thankfully for him, he's had no setbacks or anything. I mean, he got arrested, but from the sounds of things, that's going to get thrown out of court real quick. But I got AP at number 5 just for the fact that the man can plow through 4 people, and then after he plows over them, just disappear. Remember the run he had against the Cleveland Browns?
Dude, yeah. Oh, yes. I almost put, what's-his-face, beast mode in here because of his run.
I thought of that,
I thought of him. I thought of putting Marshawn Lynch in here.
So you know what? Notable mention for Mr. Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode.
Noticeable. And you know what? Everybody, you guys get the beat because I'm not writing my 4 through 1 on the board. At number 4, I have Deshaun Jackson. My man dookied on the G-Men a couple years ago in the fourth quarter with a punt return. I understand last year he was, how can I say this? A bit of a wimp. I don't want to curse too badly, so we'll say wimp.
Saying, yeah.
We'll say wimp, even though I mean female dog, okay? He didn't want to get his pay. He was looking to get paid. It looked like he wasn't going 100% to me anyway. But when this guy has the ball, he has an opportunity to score every single time. He can beat you deep. He can beat you with the punt return. He can beat you on a reverse. Deshaun Jackson's one of the quickest guys in the NFL. So, boom, he's my number 4. At number 3, I've got his teammate, LaShawn McCoy. Got McCoy at number 3. Definitely made a big impact last year and why he could possibly be an MVP candidate this year for the Philadelphia Eagles. Screen game is unbelievable. His quickness. I mean, between him, Arian Foster, I mean, they're probably 1-2 right now in the NFL when it comes to best running backs. And that's only because AP is hurt. Or else I would put AP at 1. And
you know what,
even
though,
Mojo.
They're
all up there.
It's almost like 1A, 1B, 1C.
Yeah,
because if you really sit there and said to yourself, I got to pick one of them, you could really
pick any of them.
You could go any way you want to go. I mean, you're really not going to be upset with whoever you end up with. No, you're really not.
Not at all. Should I save my 2 and 1? Do you want to go 3-4?
Save 2 and 1. Yeah,
go
let's
3,
save
4.
2 and 1. So I've got at number 4, I actually have LaShawn McCoy. Like Joey was saying, I mean, the way he can cut with his hips,
ridiculous,
to go from this direction to that direction is unbelievable. Such a great athlete, such a great running back. I hate that he plays on the Philadelphia Eagles. Favorite part about the guy, though, he was a late second-round pick.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't some guy that came out of college and people raved about. He's a guy that came out of college and people said, we think he can do it. And then he stepped up, and not only did he do it, but he did it great. So I got LaShawn McCoy at number 4. And then at number 3, arguably one of the best deep threats in the NFL, Mr. Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace, there you go.
I went with Mike Wallace because I've also seen Mike Wallace take ending arounds and disappear for 25 yards. So, to me, he's just same idea. Some of these guys that have this speed is just unmatched. So I have Mike Wallace as my number 3 home run hitter.
Nice.
NFL style.
Nice.
And now we're down to...
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I wish I had a drum roll.
We probably do.
I'm all right. Well, while you
do.
look, I'm gonna look. I don't think so. Got crowd surge. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, whatever. Anyway, so we're down to numbers 2 and 1. Joey, who would be your number 2?
My number 2 is Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson. I'm so curious to see who your number 1 is now.
Right?
Calvin Johnson at number 2.
Calvin Johnson is number 2.
And who? Should I do my 2? And then you do 1? I mean, because now I'm really anticipating for your 1.
Do that because I'm assuming Calvin you have as your 1. That's who I'm assuming is your 1.
I actually do have Calvin as my 1.
So who's your 2 then?
My 2 is Deshaun Jackson.
There you go.
Deshaun Jackson's just one of those guys to me, you know. I mean, Joey already said it all. He's just a guy that touches the ball and every time you see the ball. Or when they do the play action rollouts and Vic's standing there for 10 seconds, you're like, oh my God, Deshaun Jackson's 70 yards down the field right now. While everybody else is only 50, Deshaun's 70. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unbelievable. And then that punt return against the Giants, arguably one of the greatest plays in football history. I don't care what anybody says. Arguably one of the greatest plays in football history.
It's in a rap song. That's how good it is.
Yeah. Exactly. So my 2-1 is Deshaun Jackson, Calvin Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, I am dying to know what Joey has as his number 1
All right.
home run hitter.
Number 1 home run hitter. What was the top 10 Tuesday? Home run hitters. So my friend, who is the ultimate home run hitter? The ultimate guy you don't want getting the rock. It's Devin Hester, bro. My number one dude is Devin Hester.
Oh my God, how do I not put his name? Oh my Lord.
You try not to even kick the ball to him. You'd rather kick the ball out of bounds anywhere. You don't want to kick it to Devin Hester.
I am so disappointed in myself right now. I get a bell. That is terrible that I didn't think of Devin Hester.
He's by far the number one home run hitter in the NFL. People specifically don't kick it to him. They changed the kickoff rules because of him. Well, not specifically because of him,
Wow,
but
I am so disappointed in myself.
boom! Drop some knowledge on you there, kid.
Devin Hester.
Yeah, Devin Hester's my number one. The greatest kickoff return man in the history of the game. Let's go, bro.
Wow.
Wasn't he like a top 25 player on the NFL list?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm baffled that I didn't think to put Devin Hester.
Yeah, you were baffled as to who my one was. Boom!
The one guy.
Boom!
Well, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, really, Calvin too? Who are you gonna name that is better option than Calvin?
Does Devin Hester not fit the suit?
Perfectly.
Perfect!
I have no issue at all. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. With Devin Hester as number one for top 10 home run hitter.
I thought you were going to connect it when I had Patrick Peterson at 7. I thought you were going to be like, oh, crap, he's got Hester like in the top 5 or something.
So I'm like looking at my list, like, who would I get rid of for Devin Hester? I mean, obviously, I think I could replace every single one of them with Devin Hester, but like, who would I lose?
Larry
like,
Fitz? Because he's slow?
Maybe Fitz?
Because he's slow.
Yeah, because Fitz is more of a amazing jump up in the air kind of guy. That's why Andre Johnson didn't make my list. Andre Johnson, I mean, let's be honest, yeah, he can take it whenever he wants, but wow, Devin Hester was not on my list. What a shame. How disappointed am I in myself?
It's all gravy, baby.
So disappointed in myself. Should know better. Should so know better. Devin Hester, number one. Well deserved. I think Joey D deserves the win on this one. We're going to give Joey D the dub for the top 10 list, even though we don't compete. We're just going to say he had a better top 10 list because Devin Hester's on it. That's simple. I'm saying you have a better top 10 list just because Devin Hester's on your list and not on mine.